Hello everyone, welcome to the second video lecture of IECT. In the today's video lecture, we are going to cover three important points. That is, first important point is PPP, second is Smart City, and third is BRTS. In the PPP, there are three questions. First is what is PPP? Second, what are the modes of PPP? Third, advantages and disadvantages of PPP. In the second important point, that is smart city, there are two questions. First is what is smart city, and second is what are the salient features of smart city, and third, BRTS. In that we have a question, write a short note on BRTS. So three important points: PPP, smart city, and BRTS. Let us start with the actual syllabus. PPP, or it can be also referred as P3. PPP is nothing but the public-private partnership. It involves government and private sector that work together to complete a project or to provide service to the population. In the PPP, government sector gives or do contract with the private sector, and both private and government sector works together to complete the project. Public-private partnership refers to private sector financing, designing, building, constructing, maintaining, operating infrastructure assets traditionally provided by the public sector. Examples of PPP is transport section, that is road, ports and airports. Now let us see what are the different modes of PPP. There are two different modes of PPP. First is design build and second is build transfer operate or build own operate transfer. Okay, let us see first design build. In the design build, private sector design and construct the particular project. This is what the first mode, design build. In the second mode, build transfer operate, that is BTO, or build own operate transfer, that is BOOT. In this particular type or in this particular mode, the private sector construct a project and it transferred to the public sector, and public sector operates that particular project. This is nothing but the BTO. And what is BOOT? In this particular mode, private sector build or construct the project. While construction is going on, private sector also own that particular area, or you can say project. Then afterwards, private sector gives that particular project to people or public to operate or to use particular service from that project, and after gaining the particular investment, whatever the private sector invested in that project, then finally the private sector transfer that project to government sector. The examples of BOOT is a toll plaza. What is the system of toll plaza? In particular toll plaza, private sector acquires a particular region, and that particular region they construct a road. After construction, they transfer that they operate that road by giving a service to the people. Means after the construction of road, it is hand over directly to the people, and they apply the tax whenever we go from that particular highway. So they construct, they operate, and after gaining their investment with a little bit profit, they transfer to the government sector. This is all about the BOOT, that is BOOT. Now, what are the key benefits, or you can say advantages of PPP? There are 8 advantages of PPP. First is It consumes less time and improve monitoring. Second, it promotes infrastructure development and local development. Third, it increases the technical and technological cooperation. Next, it provides elastic services by reducing the service cost. Next point, it builds a cooperative growth through private sector integration. It reduces the risk of sharing with the private sector. It helps to lessen public sector budget constraint. It promotes innovation and creativity. So all these are the key parameters of the PPP. Now there are several disadvantages also. In the disadvantages, very first disadvantage is it involves a risk from the private sector. If the government is doing contract with the private sector, it always have some kind of risk. Profit may be variable in the PPP. Government expenses may be raised from the actual cost. Next disadvantage is it may not be a cost efficient, because if the contractor does not complete their work within the stipulated time, then it may not be a cost efficient project. And final disadvantage is that is dependency on private sector. In the PPP, government sector slightly reliable on the private sector. So these are the 5 disadvantages of PPP. Now move towards the next point, that is smart city. A smart city is municipality that uses information and communication technology, that is ICT, to increase operational efficiency, sharing information with the public and improve both the quality of government services. That is, smart city is having the feature of ICT tools. That is, in the smart city, we are having developed information and communication technology, as well as smart city provides some kind of features also. Let us see what are that features. So if the city is smart, then it must include the following features. Very first feature, that it should give adequate water supply. It should have assured electricity supply. It should have sanitation, including solid waste management. It should have efficient urban mobility and public transport. It should have affordable housing, especially for the poor people. It should have IT connectivity and digitalization. It should have good governance, especially e-governance and citizen participation. It should be sustainable. It should have sustainable environment. It should have safety and security of citizens, particularly women, children, and elderly people. Finally, a smart city have a good health and educational services. So these are silent features of the smart city. Now the next important point is BRTS, that is Bus Rapid Transit System. In the Bus Rapid Transit System, there are several extra services than the normal bus system are provided in this particular category. A bus-based public transport system designed to improve capacity and reliability relative to a conventional bus system is called as a BRTS, that is Bus Rapid Transit System. BRT aims to combine the capacity and speed of a metro with the flexibility, lower cost and simplicity of a bus system. Now there are some features of BRT. What kind of features are there? Let us see. Main features of BRT. BRT should have dedicated lane. BRT should have busway alignment. BRT should have off-board fare collection. BRT should save to and fro time. BRT should have platform level boarding. So this is all about the today's video. Thank you for watching.